Nobody likes lawyers unless it's your lawyer. And we all end up needing one at some point. Why? Because they're brash, they're obnoxious, they're difficult to understand. I mean, hell, we have our own language, legalese. Who likes it? Who needs it? Who wants it? Well, none of that is my brand, is my style. I think, as you can tell, because you got to be accessible. You got to be relatable. You got to send a message and educate and teach and help people as best you can in a way that they'll understand and appreciate and where they want to be around you. And that's tough for some lawyers to do. They don't exactly teach bedside manner in law school. So I developed this brand, Your Lovable Lawyer, around those themes and concepts because I observed that there is this, I call it societal bias against access to justice, where people who deserve it the most tend to get it the least. And this means people don't know they have legal issues or problems or headaches. They don't know what to do about them. And I didn't think that was okay. I wanted to make the law accessible to people. I wanted it to be really accessible and attainable and achievable by everyday folks who don't have a law degree. I wanted to kind of teach and promote a DIY law degree of sorts. I wanted to let people understand that law is not unattainable. For instance, if you go to the doctor to get a physical, it's to keep from getting sick. I wanted to teach people and give people kind of a legal physical, give them the tools they needed to keep from getting legally sick. Because it's going to happen. You can't avoid it. So I started practicing consumer law like 30 years ago. And that's a long time to be pushing that boulder up the hill. And let me tell you, big business does not want you to win. It does not help their bottom line, their profits, their prices per share. It does not serve them at all for the little guy to get the justice they deserve, that we deserve as a community. So I'm practicing law, and it's tough. You're fighting with lawyers, you're fighting with courts, you're fighting against the law and the tide that's pushing against you, and it's just a real battle. And I wanted to bring this aptitude, this accessibility directly to people and pretty much bypass the lawyers. So what did I do next? I needed to develop some chops to really relate a worthwhile, sensible message that people could understand. Because I wasn't great at speaking at first. You got to develop it. So what did I do? I started teaching. I started teaching law school in particular. I started teaching consumer law, consumer class action and complex litigation, it's called, at Columbia Law School in New York. I was living in Cleveland at the time. It was a bit of a schlep to get to New York every week, so I needed something closer. So I switched over to the University of Michigan and the Ohio State University College of Law, where I teach now, to deliver the same message to law students so that they can become better problem solvers for their clients. But I'm getting out there delivering this message. I was teaching a lot of programming for the American Bar Association, including this huge class action program. I taught it for 13 years. Why I stuck around that long, God knows. My wife finally said to me, they've heard enough out of you. You got to get out of it, and I did. I do a lot of writing. I've got my first book coming out. It's called Your Lovable Lawyer's Guide to Legal Wellness, How to Fight Back Against a World That's Out to Cheat You. Theme sound familiar? And it's on these same sorts of topics. And that's, again, to get the message out in a more enduring, permanent way, because writing does that in a way that speaking doesn't. So I've got all these components firing in the same direction as it concerns helping people get better control of their legal lives. And the last component is really to have an online presence to deliver a message as often as possible, as broadly as possible to folks like you, so you can keep safe and sound and avoid these pitfalls that I see happen every day, and companies don't care. To the extent they care, they want to do it to enhance their bottom lines. I don't want any of that to happen, and I certainly don't want it to happen to you. So that was my journey. That's what got me from there to here to you, to help you stay safe and sound in your legal body, to maintain the best level of legal wellness that you can. So subscribe to join a community of people to collectively navigate the legal system in a way you can do it without a law degree and without the legal jargon. It's accessible, it's relatable, it's something we can all handle together, and I want you to handle it yourself so that you don't get hurt.